A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to this Thursday night edition of Sports Tonight. My name is Tony Ibitoye. I want to say a very big thank you to you for joining us, and also promise you that we will put up our best show for you so that in the next 50 minutes we would have taken you on this exciting trip around the world of sports, and we hope you will have enjoyed every bit of what we will have served you on the show tonight. I'm not alone. Let me start by introducing you to those starting off the show with me this Thursday. My immediate right, Dum Nodio Konta, is on the show. Dum, good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, and of course, remember that Dum Okonta will be giving us some lowdown on how teams are getting ready for the new season. We're talking about the Globe Premier League. And today, we're talking Shooting Stars.
Yes.
And
Giwa.
And Giwa FC. All right, so tonight, we'll be talking about Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan and Giwa FC of Jos. And of course, to the far right, Femi Adefeso joins us from the beginning of the show today, and he will be with us all through. And the reason is simple. We have plenty of basketball to talk about on the program tonight. There is a lot on the foreign scene. There is a lot on the domestic scene. And we will also, later on the show, be having a very special guest, someone who is seriously involved in grassroots basketball. He'll be talking to us as well, joining us on Sports Tonight today, later on the show. That will probably be towards the end of Sports Tonight. But let me tell you that there is a lot in it for you on the program tonight. The usual, we will serve you with football in Nigeria, football outside of Nigeria, a lot of exciting stuff that you're going to catch up with on Sports Tonight this Thursday. But let's start off the show by telling you, at least we appreciate the fact that a lot of you are now appreciating us a little more in terms of the amount of feedback that we take on Sports Tonight. The commendation is encouraging, and that is making us to want to do more by way of feedback. And tonight is not going to be any different. We want you to be involved in all that we'll be doing on the program tonight. And of course, those of you who watch us all the time, you know how we do it. You know the platforms already: Facebook, Channels-Sports, Twitter, Channels_Sports, and Atoni Bitoye, which is my handle. You can give us your opinion to issues as we raise them on this program through those platforms. So please get busy with us tonight. Thank you so much for the positive responses we've gotten from people outside of Nigeria as well. We promise to keep doing that for you on Sports Tonight. Every day we're on air. We'll continue to do that for you by way of feedback. But then, for those of you who are still asking questions about how you can follow us online and be a part of what we're doing across the globe, outside of Nigeria, wherever you're watching us from, it's simple. On your iPad, on your iPhone, on your BlackBerry, you can follow us by going on to m.channelstv.com and then get a lowdown of all that's going on. From 9 p.m. Nigerian time, you will be watching Sports Tonight. But at every other time, you will be on, and you'll be able to see all that's going on Channels TV. And another way for you to do it is also to download the Channels television app for your Android and your Windows, whatever device you have. Just download the app, and you are carrying channels with you wherever you go. And that's interesting. And we want you to continue to do that so that you can carry channels with you all across the world. We like that international feel that this gives us, and we want you to take advantage of it. Download the app and be able to watch Channels TV anytime you want to. All right, gentlemen, let's come quickly to some other issues that we've lined up on the program tonight. Doom, we were talking 3SC, talking Giwa FC, talking the Super 6 that will be taking place in Abuja from next week. And it's encouraging that we are following the schedule, because this is very crucial. Elections are coming. The teams need to get prepared wherever way possible, because CAF is not going to wait for us.
No.
That we are having elections in Nigeria, and so our teams won't play. They have to get busy as well.
Yeah, we already know since last year that
elections are coming.
Not elections, that the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederation Cup, the preliminary rounds will start in February, and they'll start them. They've already told us that this is what will happen in February. So whether elections will, we are not the only one involved in it. other countries are involved. So we just have to adjust and try to fit in into the plans of CAF because they know what's at stake. They know that there's a date for start and there's a date for finishing. Because this year, you still have the FIFA Club World Cup. They have to finish up before
December.
Yes.
Yeah, and that will be, I think, Morocco hosting once again. All right, let's go on a quick break now. When we return from this break, we'll take a look at some interesting news. Yesterday, we talked about it, and I discovered that a lot of Nigerians do not even remember that the Africa Cup of Nations in Equatorial Guinea is just a few days away. Actually, less than 48 hours away. People are not following. Why? Because the Eagles are not there. But you have to follow. It's African football, and you can play a huge role. We'll talk about the Africa Cup of Nations, the build-up to the Africa Cup of Nations. We'll talk about it, and a lot of other interesting issues around our domestic football after this timeout. All right, thank you for staying with us. It's time for us to take a look at some issues very quickly. Gentlemen, before we go on, Dumnodi, to talk about the Africa Cup of Nations, let's just quickly flash this for you, for those of you who are not watching, that there's a big game going on in Spain as we speak. The Copa del Rey, round of 16?
Yes.
Round of 16 game?
Yes.
Okay. Second leg?
Second leg, yes.
Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu against Atletico Madrid, and the results we're getting are very interesting. Tell me, you've been tracking that game.
It's a Fernando Torres show.
Fernando Torres is back and alive.
He's back, yeah. He scored the first goal with barely a minute on the clock. Now, he scored the second goal just barely a minute into the second half as well.
So they're leading 2-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu.
Exactly.
And 4-1 on aggregate.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a mountain to climb for Real Madrid. Wow.
I didn't see them going back.
You know they are customers now.
Real Madrid.
Serious
Atletico Madrid.
But Torres
Madrid
is back.
derby.
He's back
That's
home
the story.
and he's playing well.
Torres is back. 2 goals. What a way to announce your return to Spanish football.
He scored just 1 goal for AC Milan.
Yeah, maybe. And in 1 game, he scored 2 already for Atletico Madrid. There's something in Atletico Madrid. He should end his career at Atletico Madrid. He shouldn't leave that club anymore.
So they know they are usual customers now.
And that's Real Madrid. All right, we'll keep updating you around that game as we go on. But it's just an interesting piece of news that we needed to update you about for those of you who are not watching. Because the people on Twitter are already asking, what's the update around that game, the Madrid derby in the Copa del Rey? So as we told you, it's a 2-1 to Atletico Madrid. All goals from Fernando Torres. He's on a hat trick if he gets 1 more. And Madrid will have to adjust to having to play against Torres in the colors of Atletico Madrid once again. All right, let's go quickly now because Dumnodi, less than 48 hours, Saturday is close by.
Yes.
The 2015 Africa Cup of Nations will be kicking off in Equatorial Guinea. What's the interesting story? Everybody has got to travel through Malabo.
Yes. There are four venues. 4 cities will be used for this tournament. Malabo, the capital, Bata, one of the biggest cities, Mongomo, and Bibenyi. These are the 2 cities who were co-opted at short notice because of Equatorial Guinea came in as a stopgap, not a stopgap, as on a rescue mission for CAF because of the way Morocco pulled out of the host. So a lot of things have been complaining. They've been arriving, they're searching for a place to sleep, but they're complaining that there are little or no hotel or shortage of hotel rooms to accommodate their teams. And you know, Equatorial Guinea is not a big country, but you have a lot of visitor stories. Other African countries
coming in.
CAF have moved their headquarters from Cairo to Equatorial Guinea.
For the
so you know you have these challenges of a country who was on a rescue mission. The first time they hosted, they used 2 cities. This time it's an expanded.
And you can say that renovation work is still going on.
Even in some of these cities, in the BBN, they said the Chinese contractors are working day and night.
Take a look at it.
Look at the Chinese contractors working day and night. Some of them, if you talk to them, they won't listen to you because they have to do what we call the 8 wonders of the world.
That's
what they are trying to do.
Produce the magic.
They have to produce
They're probably going to walk right into the opening ceremony.
Yes, that's what they'll be doing because those 2 cities are not cities they planned because they felt the first time they hosted, they used 2 cities, that's Malabo and Bata, for the co-host, the 2012 edition with Gabon. But this time around, they're hosting alone. So they have to bring in 2 more cities, and those 2 cities, obviously, you are going to have these challenges of lack of hotels. You are going to be what we call rushed. You're going to be rushing some of these construction work so that you can meet up the opening ceremonies. But the teams are complaining. The coach of Congo, Claude Leroy, is complaining that 5 of his 35-strong party attending the tournament are yet to have accommodation. If they are officials, they have to make do with one that is available.
And the complaint that people gave that, look, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. It says, look, they wanted it. But I think Claude Leroy should be more sympathetic because of Equatorial Guinea. Exactly. Barely 2 months to the tournament was when they got into the mix.
Yes.
And they are
they offered to host.
Yes.
It's not that they offered
a rescue
It was a
mission.
rescue mission, and they did that because it's not.
How many countries would even go
Be
this
ready.
length?
I mean,
you
with
know,
the amount of money that you need to put in at short
into-
notice.
Exactly.
It's only so,
you know, a
it's
small
for me.
country like this, I think we should
Equatorial
even give them kudos for even sticking their neck out. you
Yeah,
know, in the
and the things we talked about are the most important things are the playing pitches. And
Exactly.
so far, they've been able to order for grasses from Spain,
They imported it.
imported these grasses, and look at the grasses looking lush and good enough
Yes.
for football to be played. But apart from that, the crowd that will watch the game, Dumnodi, there are also reports that the president has decided to buy up match tickets and give them to people for free.
Yes,
So